Hi, I'm Shoosh Lettick Crotzer, and we're going to be doing a lymphatic flow yoga series. And we have two models here. And for information about lymphedema, you can look at my website, which is yogawithshoosh.com, and Shoosh is spelled S-H-O-O-S-H. And also, if you want to learn more about me and my background, I have been teaching yoga for over 40 years, and I also have a certification in exercise as an exercise specialist for cancer patients. So to start with, I'd like to introduce our models. This is Leslyn Keith. She is a lymphedema therapist, and she's 6'2", so we will make adjustments for her height on the chair. And Jan is a breast cancer survivor of 6.5 years, whom we've known for a long time, and she will be modeling some variety of poses for us. Okay, so to start with, the first thing we want to do is make sure you have a correct sitting position. So for tall people, you either need to put a blanket or towel under your chair, under your seat, because you want your knees to be lower than your hips. That allows your pelvis to tilt correctly and allows your spine to be more vertical and more comfortable. So Leslyn has just moved her feet back, or you can cross your ankles, either way, whichever works most comfortably, so she can sit up straight. And Jan is a little shorter and doesn't need to do that. Her knees are already lower than her hips. So once you've gotten in that nice comfortable position, let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is range of motion for your neck. Your neck moves in 6 directions, and we want to make sure you have a lymphatic flow starting from the neck moving down. And on my website, I'll explain more of why I've chosen these poses and the sequence that I've chosen. So we'll start with the neck. So inhale slowly. This is, of course, unless you have issues with your neck. Inhale slowly and turn your head towards the right, toward me. Smile. And then exhale, turn all the way to the other side. Keep your chin down a little bit. And inhale back to the center. Okay, nice and easy. We've already done 2 directions. Now, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale slowly, then exhale down. Don't lift your shoulder up. And then come back to the center as you inhale. And exhale down to the other side. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Inhale up. And now you've done 4 directions, twisting and side to side. The one from side to side is really important because in daily life you don't do that many things sideways, and it's important to keep the flexibility in your neck and these trapezius and muscles that go along the sides of your neck. The last one we'll do is up and down. So make sure your neck is okay. When you inhale, look up. You can open your mouth a little bit if you need to. And then exhale, drop your head down. Then inhale back to the center and relax. So you've just done 6 directions for your neck. By the way, I forgot to mention that before you start any exercise program, I mentioned that you should be aware of, if you have neck issues, not to do certain neck movements. But you should really talk to your healthcare professional if you have one, especially if you have lymphedema or if you're a breast cancer survivor, before you start any program. Lymphedema, those who have lymphedema may need to wear a sleeve, and you really need to check with somebody before you continue doing this program. So now we'll do the rest of the spine. You know, your neck is connected to the rest of your spine. So we're going to do the same 6 directions for the rest of your spine. So when you inhale, slowly bring your elbows out to the side, about shoulder level, a little bit lower than shoulder level. And now you're just going to twist. It's a free movement. Just twist side to side, doesn't matter which way you go. And let your head follow the elbow behind you. That way you're making sure your neck stays in line with your spine. And back to the center. And drop your hands down. So there you go, 2 directions for your spine, side to side. Now, take your right hand, bring it on your head. Put your left hand on the outside of your right knee. That's just for balance. Inhale, bring your right elbow up. And you can lean a little bit toward the left if you want, but you're getting a really nice stretch on the right side. And then as you exhale, slowly come down. And lower your hand, and we'll switch sides. So now your right hand goes on the outside of your left knee. Bring your left arm up. Inhale, lift the elbow. Take a nice stretch. You can feel that stretch on the whole left side. Exhale, come on down. Bring your hands back down to your lap and relax. So we've done 4 directions already for the spine, side to side, and then we've done the side twists. So now place your hands on the back of your chair, seat. Yeah. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest up, and if it's comfortable, you can look up. You can open your mouth if you want. This is like a cobra. You're opening up the front of your chest and rolling your shoulders back. Take a nice breath. Then exhale, come back to the center, relax. And the last one we're going to do is a forward bend. So we'll do it 2 different ways. Jan, you're a little more flexible, so I want you to roll down between both legs and let your head drop all the way down. Leslin, you can let your elbows rest on your knees and let your head drop. So those are 2 different variations, ways you can do a forward bend. Okay, inhale, come on up. And we've just finished all 6 directions for your neck and spine. I tell people, if nothing else, do the 6 directions for your neck in front of the bathroom before you brush your teeth. That way, every day, either the morning or at night, before you brush your teeth, you just do the 6 directions and you'll really notice your neck stays more supple. Okay, now we'll move on to the next position. Bend your right elbow, take your left elbow, and we're going to do it 2 ways. Jan will cross her arms because she's more flexible. Leslin will grab her arm. You're going to move it a little bit, Leslin. And Jan, you're going to lift your elbows up. This is a variation of the eagle pose. And what this does is it gets across your back and the shoulder, like around the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath. Inhale and visualize focusing on that nice stretch behind your shoulders in the back. And then as you exhale, just lower your arms slowly and release. And shake them out. Okay, now do the other side. We always do both sides. So now take your left elbow, and whichever way you're going to do it, either wrap them around or cross over. And Jan, you lift them up and hold it. Inhale, visualize that nice stretch behind the shoulder blades. And then exhale, lower down slowly, and shake your arms out and relax. Now we're going to do what's called the cow pose. Some of these poses have funny names. I don't ever remember seeing a cow do this, but we're going to do it. So take your right arm, and you're going to lift it straight up, drop it behind you. Take your left arm, bring it out to the side, turn your palm away from you, and see Jan is flexible, and she's interlocking her fingers. Leslin isn't as flexible, and you can see it doesn't matter how far you're going. You've just had that range of motion in your shoulder, and that's what we're working on. So the goal isn't the fingers, the goal is working the range of motion in your shoulder joints. Take a deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, slow motion, come out of the pose, and then shake your arms out just to make sure they're okay. Always want to make sure everything's back in place. Okay, other side. Now bring your left arm straight up and drop your hand. Move your elbow forward. You want to make sure the arm is lined up. You don't want to move it. For those who are too flexible, you want to make sure you don't bring it behind your head. So the same thing, and don't be surprised, one side's often different from the other. And take a breath, inhale. You're also opening up under the triceps over here. And then as you exhale, slow motion, come out of the pose, and then shake your arms out. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a real simple range of motion for the arms. So you're just going to start with your right hand, and you're just going to bring it up, bring your arms straight up as close to your ear as you can, bring it behind you, and then all the way around in a circle. You're trying to get full range of motion. Jan has great range of motion. Leslin's showing a little less range of motion. Some of you may be doing it with a bent arm. It just depends on how much you can move. Some of you may be very minimal to start with. Do one more. Do about 4 of these, and then stop, and then go the other direction. Each arm, you want to make sure you go both ways. So this is 2. We'll do 4 of them. 3 and 4. And shake it out. This one you can do in front of a mirror, because sometimes you'll be surprised at how you think you're going full range of motion, but you're actually only over here. So you might try doing it in front of a mirror just to see for yourself how you're doing. Okay, other side, left arm. Doesn't matter which direction you start with, just go one way, and then you're going to go the other way afterwards. 2, 3, and 4. Stop, and then reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and shake them out. Good. Okay, so we've really opened the chest in the front. We've stretched out the shoulders in the back. We've gotten stretching under the triceps. We've done range of motion in the shoulder joint. We've done range of motion all 6 directions for your neck and spine. Now we're going to work a little bit more on the wrists and hands. So we're going to start with a reverse namaste pose. Namaste is just like a prayer pose. But we're having our hands upside down, so we're calling it reverse. You want to keep the wrists all the way together. You may need to hold them much lower, depending on your flexibility. When you inhale, sit up straight. And as you exhale, just push your elbows down as much as you can. And what you're doing is you're stretching out the top of your wrist all day long. Everything you do is tensing those muscles. This helps stretch them out. I call this the after computer pose. Everybody should do this when you get up from a computer. Stretch out those muscles. So take one more breath. Inhale, and then exhale, relax your shoulders, and then we're just going to reverse. You stretch the top, now you want to reverse and stretch underneath. So bring your palms together in Namaste or prayer position. And now push your hands down, so you're stretching the under part of your wrists. And take a breath. Inhale, good. And then exhale, lower your hands down and shake your arms and your hands out. And we just have one more pose to do, and that's it. So bring your hands together. Now this one is the finger twist or the finger roll, but you want to make sure that you keep your hand in line with the rest of your arm. There's a tendency to bend it at your wrist, and you want to not do that. So start with your palms facing away from you. Start with your little finger. You're going to roll it in toward your palm and then twist your whole arm and your wrist at the same time until you end up making a fist facing you. And then inhale, leading with your little pinky, roll open. But here's the catch with this one. I insist on this sound effect. Somebody once taught me this, and it just makes it so much more fun. It's very silly. You don't have to do it. But you go like this. Isn't it more fun? Squeeze. We'll do it one more time. And shake them out. And you're all done. You just did your lymphatic flow. Now this is good for everybody. So it's not just for those who have lymphedema or who are at risk at lymphedema. Your lymphatic system helps regulate your immune system. So everybody should do this every day. It's quick. It's not hard. Anybody can do it. You can do it from your chair. So get to work. And if you find that this is useful for you, you can go to our Facebook page. yogawithshush.com is the website, but you can also go to Yoga with Shush Facebook and tell us how you like it and tell us how it's working for you. Good luck. Hope it helps you. Bye.